The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are designed to outlast and outlive, backed by Toyota's legendary reputation for reliability. So get in a Tundra with the available iForce Max hybrid engine, delivering exceptional torque and towing capacity. Or check out a Tacoma. With available off-road features like crawl control, it can take you beyond the trails. Toyota trucks are built to last. So don't wait. Get yours today. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, what's up guys? This is bonus episode. So tonight's story is going to be a good one, so make sure you've got your headphones on. Alright, let's jump into the first story. The Man in Apartment 230. Right by Sam. When I moved into apartment 304, the landlord warned me that the unit below mine, 203, had been vacant for a while. Old tenant left some junk. If you hear anything weird, it's probably the pipes, he said. I didn't think much of it. I just moved to St. Louis for a new job. The building was a little old, but the rent was cheap, and it was in a decent neighborhood. First night was uneventful. Quiet even. But the second night, things changed. At exactly 1:12 a.m., I heard banging. Not just footsteps, heavy pounding, directly below me. Thud. 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 Like someone stomping across the floor in steel-toed boots. I tried to ignore it. Maybe someone was fixing something late at night. But it went on for over 20 minutes. I walked downstairs, just to check. The door to 203 had a rusted chain across it, and a notice from the city saying, "No entry, electrical hazard." The windows were dusty and dark. Still, the banging continued. That night I barely slept. The next morning, I asked the landlord if someone had moved into 230. He looked confused. No one's been down there in months. You probably just heard pipes expanding. Old building stuff. That night, at 1:12 a.m. again I heard it. Only this time, there was something new. Dragging sounds. Like someone pulling furniture across the floor, slow, heavy scraping. Then silence. Then a knock. Not at my door. From below. 3 distinct knocks. From the floor. Under my bed. I jumped up, heart racing. I grabbed a broomstick and banged the floor hard, yelling, "Cut it out!" No response. Just silence. The next day, I skipped work and did some digging. I searched online for any news about the building. After about an hour of scrolling, I found it. An incident from 2015. A man named Charles Haynes, lived in 230, had gone missing. Neighbors had complained about loud noises from his unit for days before police were called. When they broke in, they found the apartment empty, but something was carved into the wooden floor. I didn't open the door. He came anyway. I showed the article to my landlord. He looked uneasy. "Yeah, that guy, weird case. They never found him. Cops thought he left town. But no one ever saw him leave." That night, I made a decision. I put my phone on record, left it near the floor, and went to sleep with headphones in. At exactly 1:12 a.m., I woke up sweating. The room was ice cold. I had this horrible feeling, like someone was watching me from under the bed. I didn't check. I couldn't. I just froze. Eyes open. Paralyzed. The next morning, I checked the recording. At first, just static. Then the dragging sound. Then footsteps. Then, around 1:18 a.m., a voice. Whispering. Right into the mic. "You moved into his room. You shouldn't be here." I nearly dropped the phone. I rewound it 5 times. It wasn't a neighbor. It wasn't a TV. It was a man's voice, hoarse, wet, like he was speaking through his teeth. That day, I went to the police. I told them someone might be breaking into 203. They came, checked everything. The door was locked, chained. Windows sealed. They went in with flashlights and said the apartment was empty. But when they came back out, one of the officers looked disturbed. He pulled me aside and asked, Did you say you live in 304? I nodded. He said, There's a hole in the ceiling of 203. Looks like someone's been climbing up from that unit into yours. I moved out that evening. Didn't take the furniture. Didn't break my lease. Just left. Last week, almost 6 months later, I got an email. No subject. No message. Just a video attached. I clicked it. The video was taken from inside my old apartment. From the closet. You could see the bed, the window, and something slowly opening the floor vent beneath the nightstand. A hand. Gray. Long fingers. Like it wasn't human. It stayed there for about 6 seconds, then disappeared.
I've never felt like this before. It's like you just get me. I feel like my true self with you. Does that sound crazy? And it doesn't hurt that you're gorgeous. Okay, that's it. I'm taking you home with me. I mean, you can't find shoes this good just anywhere. Find a shoe for every you, from brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at your DSW store or dsw.com.
Story 2. The Missing Hours. Right by Jackson. I never believed in lost time. People would talk about waking up in strange places with no memory of how they got there. I always thought it was drugs, trauma, or attention-seeking. I thought that, until it happened to me. It was January 14th, 2022, a Friday. I had booked a solo weekend trip to a remote Airbnb cabin near Flagstaff, Arizona. Just outside the city limits, buried in a patch of woods that looked beautiful in winter. I was going through some stuff mentally, burnout, relationship drama, and I just wanted to get away, off-grid. No Wi-Fi, no cell service. Total isolation. The first night felt peaceful. The air smelled like pine and wood smoke. I cooked pasta, lit a fire in the cabin's small fireplace, and read until I passed out on the couch. It was quiet. Dead quiet. But around 3:17 a.m., I woke up, not from a dream, but from a sound. Footsteps. Slow, rhythmic, crunching snow right outside the cabin. Like someone walking in a circle around the house. I held my breath, my heart pounding so loud I could hear it in my ears. The steps stopped for a few seconds. Then I heard what I can only describe as a dragging sound, like someone pulling a stick through the snow. I peeked through the curtain, nothing. Just woods and moonlight. I waited. No more sounds. I finally went back to bed, telling myself it was probably an animal, or maybe my imagination. The next morning, something weird happened. My phone, which was on airplane mode the entire night, had a new video saved in the gallery. That alone was strange. I hadn't used the camera at all. The video was 34 seconds long. It started shaky, facing the forest. Then it panned slowly, and I saw myself in it. I was filming. It was me, holding the phone. My face looked blank, like I wasn't really there. My eyes weren't blinking. And I was standing somewhere deep in the woods. I said just one thing in the video. Do not come looking for me. Then static. That was it. I felt sick. I had no memory of recording it. I checked the metadata. It was recorded at 3:41 a.m., about 24 minutes after I woke up to the footsteps. But here's the thing. The cabin was locked from the inside when I woke up. The fire was still going. My clothes were dry. No signs that I ever left the cabin. Except my boots. They were sitting by the door, covered in snow and mud. And the floor right beside them had a faint trail of pine needles, like someone had walked in and quietly changed clothes. I should have left then. I should have gotten in the car and driven straight home. But I didn't. I stayed another night, telling myself I probably sleepwalked. I even laughed about it a little. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. That second night, I didn't sleep. I stayed up, staring at the ceiling, listening. At 2:58 a.m., I heard it again, footsteps. This time, inside the house. Slow, heavy steps, moving from the bathroom to the kitchen. I held my breath and sat up. I didn't scream. I didn't move. I just waited. But the sound stopped. When I finally got the courage to check, no one was there. The door was still locked. Windows shut. No footprints. But there was another video on my phone. This one was different. It was filmed from outside the cabin, zoomed in on my window. No audio. Just snow falling and the camera slowly moving toward the glass. I lost it. I packed up and drove back to Phoenix that morning. I didn't sleep for 2 nights. I told a few friends what happened. Most didn't believe me. Except for one guy, Marcus. He was into paranormal stuff. He asked me to send the video metadata. He told me the GPS location embedded in the video file didn't match the cabin. It was about half a mile into the woods, near an old abandoned campsite. 3 weeks later, I went back. In the daylight. I had to know. I followed the GPS coordinates through knee-deep snow and broken trees until I found it. A rock formation with strange carvings all over it. Old symbols I didn't recognize. Behind it, there was something worse. A wooden chair, nailed into the ground, facing the trees. And behind the chair, carved into a tree in fresh wood, just one word. Stay. I turned and left immediately. No more exploring. No more answers. I went straight home, blocked the Airbnb host, deleted the app, and tried to forget. For almost a year, I had no problems. Life went back to normal. Until 4 nights ago. I live in Chicago now, top floor of a small apartment building. Around 2:30 a.m., my phone buzzed with a new video notification. No sender. No number. Just, airdrop received. I opened it. It was a short clip. Shot from behind my building. The angle looked up toward my unit. My window. The same slow zoom. Then a whisper, barely audible. You came back too late. I've moved out. Again. No trace. No digital footprint. But somehow, the next night, another video. This time, from inside the elevator of the building I'm currently staying in. Facing the mirror. And in the reflection, something standing behind me. I've stopped sleeping. And I know now. Whatever found me that night in the woods, it never left. It just learned how to wait. Well guys, that was today's story. How was it? Let me know by leaving a quick rating and don't forget to follow the podcast. I've got more terrifying stories like Wendigo and many others coming your way, only on nighttime. And more story coming. Until then, stay safe and stay in the dark. Bye.
DSW, birthplace of the humble brag. Here, the shoes are so good, no one would ever know how little you paid. If you didn't go telling everyone, that is. And with never-ending options for every style, mood, and occasion, all at really great prices, we'll definitely give you something to brag about. So go ahead, stock up on fresh sneakers from your favorite brands, or try those boots you always secretly knew you could pull off. Find the shoes that get you, at prices that get your budget, at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.